The first maiden voyage for our travel trailer was to Sugar Mill Ruins Travel Park in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And they have you can look on YouTube, they have a lovely video that goes over their park. And when I get done with the review, I will insert some photos from our trip. I don't have any video footage from our trip, I don't believe, but I do have some photos of us during our stay. When you arrive, you receive this little package, and it has a map inside, and we stayed at Site 6. So I will just go ahead and tell you the pros and the cons, in my opinion, for Sugar Mill Ruins, which again is on Old Mission Road in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. On a scale of 1 to 5, and I'm just going on the campgrounds that I've been to in the past, we've done a pretty extent. I don't know if I want to use the word extensive, but we've done a good bit of camping and tent camping. And I will say that we tend to like state parks, national forests, things like that. So it's a privately owned campground. You know, of course, the experience is going to be a little bit different. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would rate Sugar Mill Ruins a 3. And the scary thing about that is I think that Sugar Mill Ruins is probably the best camping in New Smyrna Beach. So a couple of things about camping in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, is that there are no campgrounds beachside. You can camp beachside in a tent. There is a place that you can do that, but there is nowhere beachside to camp. So you have to camp mainland, which is fine. It was just a few minutes drive over to beachside, so that was fine. It had a really nice, so let's go over the positives. The positives were we bought a Good Sam membership while we were there, which gave us a 10% discount on our stay. And another positive is that pretty lake, that you can bike ride to or walk to. You can't drive to it, and I don't think that you can have any type of I don't think that you can take your golf cart back there even. Don't quote me on that, but I think I remember seeing something that it was basically like bicycle and foot traffic. But it was pretty back there for sure. And it was a pretty quiet campground. They had a nice laundry area. That was a positive. We did a load of laundry while we were there. So that was a positive. Oh, and they had a really nice playground. I mean, Kevin and I don't have any kids, and the playground was so nice that we, played on it together for a while. So anyway, it had a nice playground. You can purchase a Good Sam membership while you're right there. If you want to get 10% off your stay. I don't know how big of a positive that is. You can purchase a Good Sam membership. I'm not sure, probably online. With purchasing the Good Sam membership, we did get a free night stay for in the future, which we received in the mail, so that was easy. They have everything that you would expect. They have cable television, but we didn't have a cable. But with our antenna, we were able to watch television, which was kind of neat just to try it out. I think I've mentioned before that we don't have a television at our house, so it was kind of cool to be able to test out the antenna and all of that, which using the antenna inside the travel trailer, we do actually get some channels here at the house if we're in the travel trailer, which we don't go out there and watch TV, but still it's pretty cool. So let me go into some of what I perceived as negatives about the Sugar Mill Ruins RV Park. And that's what it's called. I think I'm calling it the wrong name sometimes, but it's Sugar Mill Ruins RV Park. And you can find them at www.sugarmillruinsrvpark.com. Their prices were not astronomically high, but you know, they were a little higher than average, you know, but not astronomically high or anything like that. You know, they were fair prices. It cost us, the daily rate is $32.95. The Good Sam membership was $25. So yeah, I'm happy we purchased that Good Sam membership. I think that will come in handy. But anyway, so the main negative, I'm just going to give you the main negative. The main negative is they allow a lot of full-time residents, which you won't find at state parks. And I did read before we went a review online that said something like, you know, it was a negative review, and it said something like, you know, they put us next to permanent campers and we wanted to be next to, you know, people that were just camping. And I read that and I thought, maybe that's just, you know, a bad review. But, well, I will say that when we got there, you know, there were a lot of permanent campers. When we arrived, one of the more like permanent campers was out there pressure washing his travel trailer. And then he was like pressure washing the neighbor's travel trailer. We didn't complain about it or anything like that. We weren't going to leave. Again, we were there to mostly visit family outside of the park. But, you know, it would have probably been a little bit upsetting or disappointing to me if we were there for like our anniversary or something like that, because, you know, it is a pressure washer. You know, I don't know, whatever. So again, yeah, the daily rates there for off-season are $32.95. The in-season rates are $36.95. Oh, biggest negative. Here's the hugest negative. And why I probably won't be staying there again. In fact, I'm probably not going to go back there. Even though I think it's probably the nicer campground in the area, I probably will try, if we go back there again with our travel trailer, which at some point I'm sure we will, I probably will try one of the other campgrounds and maybe be pleasantly surprised. I have never driven through the other campgrounds or anything like that. Just from what I've seen online, it looks like Sugar Mill Ruins is probably the nicer, but or maybe they just have the most amenities, I'm not sure. So I will probably try one of the other campgrounds if we go back. Are you ready for this? I mean, this was just like crazy to me. Here's a map of their campground. Here's a site map. They won't let you choose a site. They do not guarantee a site. They say that if you, because I asked them, I said, you know, we've never been there before. What if we just loathe our site? And she said that if you hate it, you can ask to be moved. I didn't find the staff to be friendly or unfriendly. It was pretty neutral. I did notice that they have a cool mail station area in there for people that do stay there for longer periods. And I'm all for people staying at campgrounds for extended stays. I don't have any problem with that. But like I said, this one was very much a lot of full-time residents. So that was a little odd. Slightly unappealing to me. They have a very nice pool area. I don't know, maybe I would go back, but probably not. I think they have like a little tiki bar there or something. I mean, I don't know. Depending on the circumstances, I may or may not go back. When I called to place my reservation, they said that, you know, they thought that I would like. I said, how do you know? I mean, like, do you think I'm going to like my site that you're assigning me? She said, well, you know, right now we have you at site 6, which is just off the main area, right off the main drag. I think that you'll be happy with it. And I said, okay, and so we took it and we ended up staying at that site. But I was just kind of thinking when she told me that being right off the main area is like nice, was nice for that trip, because we were going to be coming and going frequently, because again, we were visiting family that wasn't staying there. But if we were just going for a vacation, we would definitely not want to be off the main strip. We would want to be like private area, private remote area. So there weren't any fire rings. Maybe there just weren't any fire rings at our site, but I don't recall seeing any fire rings there at all. It says fires permitted in above ground containers only and must be covered and approved by the office. So I'm not sure what that means, covered by the office, but it must be covered and approved by the office. So I think if you bring, in fact, I saw this. I saw someone had a, not in use, but I just saw it outside, an above ground, like you can purchase them from a home improvement store for like, I don't know, $50, $98, I'm not sure. I think we had one of those at one point. But anyway, so you can have a fire in that, but no, they didn't have any fire rings or anything like that. Which we were there to visit with family anyway, who were not staying at the campground, so we didn't really have time to have a fire or anything like that. But so anyway, that wraps up my review for Sugar Mill Ruins Travel Park. Again, I give it a 3, maybe 3.5. I'll give it a 3.5. Would I go back? I would definitely not go back if it were probably just Kevin and I. But I would go back maybe like if a group of friends wanted to go or something like that. If we were planning on like getting in the pool and going to the tiki bar or something like that, I may consider going back. And as far as bike riding, I think it says like on the video that they have online that they have like, I don't know, like 100 acres or something large. But I'll tell you, like as far as bike riding goes, we saw all of it, pretty quick. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. If you want to go to New Smyrna Beach and you really want to bring your travel trailer for some reason, instead of staying at a condo or something like that, then I don't know. You have to decide if you want to go or not. Let me just say this. If you're looking for like quiet, seclusion, romantic, I wouldn't go. If you're thinking like, you want to go to the tiki bar, you want to go to the pool, and you want to come and go frequently to go beachside a lot or something like that, then it would probably be a good site. The sites are pretty close together. So, but again, I am someone that likes state parks, national forests, that sort of camping. So if you're used to the whole privately owned campground deal, then, it was okay. It was okay. So anyway, hope that was helpful.